We honor you tonight for your creative, comprehensive, global, and engaging project, Release Your Fireflies. Julia, you are not a stranger to us. Many in this room will remember that you were named the 2016 Honorable Mention.
First of all, we would like to thank Scott and Kathy and everyone on the board, and also congratulate all of the winners here tonight. We're in excellent company. And Matt and I, Mr. Weimann and I, are going to share a little bit about our storytelling project, Release Your Fireflies. So 3 years ago, our storytelling mission, Release Your Fireflies, the inspiration for it was born. And it began with a true childhood story of a young boy, his father, and a jar full of fireflies. And the storyteller was the United Nations Ambassador of Art, Ibiyinka Aloud, or Ibi, as we affectionately call her. Ibi's become a dear friend to the children, parents, and teachers at our school, Willow Lane Elementary. He's visited our school many times over the years. And every time he comes, he graces us with wonderful stories about his upbringing back in Nigeria. And his stories have made a great impression on all of teachers, parents, children, everyone at Willow Lane Elementary. But it was especially inspiring to a small group of third graders at the time who were so inspired by Ibi's story that they wanted to celebrate it as a picture book that they wrote and illustrated together, entitled simply Ibi's Fireflies. And Mr. Weimann and I guided them through the process, and then, lo and behold, this amazing book went on to become the winner of the 2016 Scholastic Book Awards Kids Are Authors Contest. And along with this prestigious honor, their book was actually published by Scholastic. So now children everywhere could be inspired by Ibi's story. And Mr. Weimann and I set out to send copies of his books to children around the world, children in places like China and Israel, Nigeria and Northern Ireland, and United Kingdom and the Dominican Republic and many, many more places. And we heard back from children who told us how they were like fireflies, or they had stories that they wanted to share with us too, and it really got us thinking. But not just children were inspired. Adults were inspired by Ibi's stories as well. One notable adult that was inspired was film producer Tim Burton, who actually contacted Ibi after reading the book that our students had written, and they're now in talks. He was so captivated with the story that he's now in talks with Ibi about producing Ibi's Fireflies and developing it as a major animated film.
A little while ago, but I'm excited to tell you a little bit about what our plans are, so what to do next. We plan to grow our Release Your Firefly website with lessons that would educate teachers about how to teach storytelling and art that is refined through coaching, practice, and performance. There are already videos of kids providing examples, Julia and I explaining storytelling elements, and adults modeling storytelling on the website. Additionally, lesson ideas are explained and links are available connecting our thoughts with others and reference material on this website. This year, though, we began a mobile story booth which students will use as a recording studio. It's on wheels, and it's the 4-foot panels, four 4-foot panels. So it's literally a booth that folds up and it enfolds around students. And you can unfold it and wheel it around the school. The inside of it has soundproof foam pads that are stapled in there. And we found that when you hand a kid an iPad, walls just drop. but that means there's lots of background sound. And we wanted to use this story booth to capture a more professional sound, because one of our aims is to actually publish these video stories and audio recordings of students telling their stories once they've been trained to put out podcasts. And then students from around the world and teachers can see some of the fruits of what we've done in our building, but we want to break down our building walls and really reach out and share what we've done so that other people can experience it. This story booth is just a prototype which we hope to share with other teachers so that they can continue to grow their storytelling presence. The use of technology for recording and publishing stories is also something that we hope to share with others around the world. I was there when Julia received the honorable mention a couple years ago from the Freedom Through Literacy Awards. I was proud for her, and the two of us were amazed by the incredible work that other educators and philanthropists were doing around the world. Julia and I left that night with dreams of extending our own teaching past Punching PA. We're all familiar with the expression, if a tree falls in a forest and there's no one there to hear it, but I have a new one. If a firefly shines in the darkness and there's nothing there to see it, I hope that was a powerful statement for myself as well. The Release Your Fireflies project is aimed at giving ear and eye to firefly moments of children that would otherwise go unknown. Julie and I wish to help students all over the world learn how to take their tiny lights and magnify them. The philosophy of Ubuntu suggests our humanity leans on the shoulders of the humans that support us. And we are as human as we are connected with our neighbors. And that's part of our vision. Release Your Firefly is aimed at helping children refine their storytelling skills so that their stories